Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by the shop. My name's Chuck. It's just a real quick video this weekend. I'm calling it the Shop Shuffle, or maybe we can call it spring cleaning also, but it's really moving things about in the shop as I've gotten new acquisitions and needed to move things around, and I think it's really worked out for the best. So here we're looking straight forward. There's the Northridge belt grinder on the engine stand. Currently, I'm not going to change it. I'm going to use the machine for some time and get to know the machine before I look at building a different mount. Right now it's functional, and although I'm not totally in love with it, it works. Left of it though, you see a cabinet there, and that cabinet used to be at the other end of my shop, adjacent to my workbench, and I moved it over here for a couple of reasons. One is where this cabinet used to sit. Now my welder is down there, and we'll move the camera and talk about that down there. But the benefit of moving this cabinet here was I've got a location now for my heat treat oven that is new to the shop, a better location for my spot welder, which is relatively new to the shop. You've seen that before in a video. And then my cleaner there, I ended up putting that, had it up in the cabinet, and decided to put that there. So everything's accessible. The other benefit of this location is the 30 amp 220 volt is down there, the yellow cord, and so the welder and the heat treat oven both share that outlet. We just unplug and plug in again. So what used to be right here, I'm going to spin you around, if you recall, was the Acro, I said it right, not the Arco, the Acro finger brake. And I located it over here, and it fits. The next thing that I need to work on in the sense of shuffling and spring cleaning is I'm still trying to devise a grinder rack. Those two carts there have all sorts of grinder wheels and grinders, taking up too much space. I don't really have much wall space left, but I'm still working on a scenario that I can take care of where my grinders are located. I'm going to pick you up and move you down here. If you notice there, the cast iron table that is adjustable in height, I've parked it there. That's where my 220 Millermatic 200, excuse me, used to be there, and the toolbox was more to the left. The Millermatic was against the wall. The flow gauge on it broke. I put a new flow gauge on it, and it doesn't fit in that location any further. Part of the reason too is I bought a bottle for the unit. That's why it really doesn't fit. It's the bottle was never there. But I got tired of switching bottles around, so I actually picked up a bottle just for the 200. Toolbox behind the post works. Again, the shuffle may happen a little bit more, but right now everything's in place and it's working well. I'm going to move you some more. Now if we come down here, you can see the Millermatic is at the edge of my workbench there. That's the door to the machine shop, and it works out. I'm really happy with doing this. The main reason is that behind the TIG welder is the 220 outlet 50 amp for the TIG, and also the Hypertherm. They both share the same plug. Plug one in, unplug the other. The little Millermatic 135 is sitting there, and that's plugged in. So it's really nice. Those units are ready. The bottles are there. Simple, just pull the cables out and go. Well, with moving the MIG over here, I used to pull an extension cord for it. Now I'm going to actually, the umbilical on the Millermatic 200 is about 2 inches too short to reach the outlet. Maybe actually, let's call it 10 inches if it was down on the ground. So I'm going to put a new umbilical on it and or bring a lead over to it. And that way all the welders are in one place, very simple to plug in. The welding table is usually up in the front of the shop here. So really happy with the shop shuffle, and I still got to figure out where I'm going to put my grinders. That's the biggest issue. Other than that, I think that's all I want to share with you. I hope everybody's doing well, and we'll catch you again on another Screwy Tuesday. As always, when I shut off the camera, I think of something I meant to discuss. Well, part of the shop reorganization, making a tooling rack for my knife grinder. So you can see a little handheld here. Got it laid out on the bench here, and I've cut up my receivers and my supports here. So get it put together. Putting the tooling cabinet here also allowed me to build a rack for all the accessories for the 2-inch belt grinder. Everything's there, plus an extra tooling bar in there, and now they're not strewn around the shop looking to go, oh, remember I got that one, I forget. So that was a fun build yesterday, and helps in the shop shuffle.